unboxing of a brand new game called Fairness, an engine building game by Ivan Lashin from Hobby World. This is a brand new game that actually has a very cool cover. It reminds me a bit of Peaky Blinder or The Alienist, any of those shows, and this era, and of course it's around this era. The game is about engine building, a Euro game in which players take the roles of 19th century capitalists trying to build their industrial corporations and make as much money as possible by purchasing various companies, extracting resources and processing them in the best combinations possible. The players start the game with random startup cards and the resource depicted on the card, and then they're trying through 4 different rounds to auction and win some cards. We have 2 phases in each of the rounds, auction and production. During the auction phase, around 6 up to 8 company cards will be laid out and auctioned by the players. And during, once this is resolved, during the production phase, the production will occur, of course. This has a lot of potential and it looks like a very interesting game, so let me open the box and see what's inside. The box is nice size and linen finish, so it's a good quality as well, and everything looks okay from the exterior part. Let me show you a bit up close the image. It's very nicely done. There is a minimalistic approach here, but yet also tells the story of what you would expect in this game. Extremely nicely done cover. So this is the rulebook. We have the overview, the basic game components. We have various cards, 36 double-sided company cards. The players have different capital discs that they will be using for their auctioning. There are various components, some resources like 40 coal cubes, 20 iron bars and 50 oil drums, everything that you would expect in an industrial setting and in that era as well. And we have also some capitalist cards if you choose to play with the capitalist version, which is a variant of the game, and some additional components like money and some upgrade tokens and etc. So this is the anatomy of the card of a company. It's fairly simple. There are also usually in action in each of those companies either a processing or a production action, and this is from this side. When you turn it over, it's on the advanced upgraded side of this company, and that will have 2 actions, and that's great. These are the company effects. As you can see, the setup of the game was still in the first 2 pages. The game round, we had the auction phase and the production phase, and a couple of words for each of those, and the round end and the game end. You see, it's a very simple game. The variant rules when you play with the capitalist cards, and some more indications about the 2-player game. It's a fairly simple game, and this is another thing that I like about the game, the promise of simple rules, yet something interesting in the works. Now, there are some kind of cool stickers in here. I don't know if these are in every box or if this is some kind of promo, which actually are very fun and humoristic. Easy does it. Set your money right. And these are stickers. Money talks. In for 2 penny. Bid. Hidden. No bid. Okay, who's playing with Jumanji 2020? That's a good one. Okay, so this is very nice. These stickers, I like them. Oh, everything is already out from the punch board. That means that everything is easy to take out, and that's a good option actually, because that means that there will be no tearing when you unpunch those cardboards. These are the money of the game. First of all, let's see the thickness. It's a fairly thick punch board. Linen finish, matte without glossing, and that's nice. Tokens feels nice in the hands, good quality. So these are the 20, the 10, the 25, and then you have the 5ers, which are different color and different size. And I always like that, because you can differentiate easily the different denominations without a struggle. 2 and 1 are similar, but 1 money tokens are smaller, so that's fine. Everything looks fine, everything comes out very easily, and that's great. Okay, so next thing, let's take everything out, there are not that many left, and get all the money on the table. here. And we have also these tokens with the wrench. These tokens actually are the upgrade tokens. Yeah, they look cool. I like the simplistic art of this game, I really do. So one punch board out, some additional coins, and some additional upgrade markers, tokens, whatever, here for us. Okay, then we have that, which is a round counter. We have 4 rounds for the game, so we need this to orientate and count the rounds. Some baggies, deck of cards, and the wooden components of the game. So fairly minimalistic production, but of good quality nonetheless, and that's great. So let's put this on the side and let's see what we have here as well. This is the first player token. Okay, this is quite big and nice as well. Again, linen finish, big quality, great stuff. These are the player color tokens. So again, these are very nice, and I think they match the theme of the game very well. Different color and different shape, one for each of the players. How cool are those, really? Great job. And they're quite big as well, and this is a round counter, as we've said. The money, the upgrade tokens, the first player tokens, some multipliers for the resources, I assume, when you have more. What's that? That should be most probably, yeah, for indicating the round, which it goes like that. This is round 1, then it goes round 2. It has some kind of clockwork mechanism going on here, and that's round 4. I don't know if it is needed, but for sure it's cool, and it is nice to have it in the components. Right, the deck of cards and the wooden components. So let's see what's in the wooden components to begin with. 4 different color sets of 4 capital discs, each containing of 4 discs of 1 color with the values of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see that, of course, this belongs to the red player. These belong to the yellow player. And you get the idea. Nice, wooden, chunky discs. Oh, they are double printed. That's good. That's always good. And the same goes for the rest. We have one die for the 2-player game. And then this goes for the black player. And these discs are for the white player. So something like that. Okay, cool. Then the wooden resources of the game, they're small but functional, different color, which they stand out quite nice, and different shape as well, so that's really, really nice. We have the iron bars, which actually have like the bar shape, custom shape, and the color of blue I think is fitting for the iron, so that we don't confuse it with, you know, navy blue or something like that, that usually is chosen by not a good decision in my opinion. Then we have those oil drums, which are yellow. Hopefully it's not going to create an issue with mixing it with the yellow components of the yellow player, but I think this is highly unlikely. And these are also different shape and color, and this is nice. And then we have plain black cubes, which stands for coal, as you would expect. Coal is a big part of the industry revolution around this era, so we couldn't have a game of that scope without any coal, as you would expect. And these are black tokens, cubes actually, for the coal. Okay, good. So there you have it. These are the components. Now let me open the deck of cards and we'll go through the art of the cards and see some details about the anatomy, etc. So first of all, these are linen finish of great quality, great cardstock, and that's really, really nice. Okay, so let's see what we have. These are the company cards for sure, and these are the capitalist cards, I believe. Let's see. and make up our mind on what we're looking at. So yeah, this should be the 5 capitalist cards, I guess. Yeah, there you have it. This is a variant of the game. You can decide if you want to choose to play with the capitalists or not, and if you do so, then you have to create most probably chains when you do that, when you're playing the game, and you lock cards in specific positions. And these are like abilities for them. They look like personas and important people from that era for sure. I think they nailed the artwork there, very nice. Then we have the single-sided startup cards. These are for the resources, so I think they provide the startup for each of the cards. Look at the detail on the card. This is very, very nicely done, very unique and very fitting to this era. So this is how you would expect an industrial landscape usually for this century, for the Industrial Revolution century. So this is the main portion of our engine building. These are the companies. I remind you that these are double-sided. That means that they have usually different upgraded sides. So I'm not sure what's what, but I think I'm looking first on this is the basic side with the components here, and this is the basic effect on the top, and some additional effect at the bottom, if any. And then from the back side you can have, for example, the upgraded side and the additional effect, which is active now. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at the art. Again, this is linen finish, very nicely done, the art. I really like it. It's very fitting, and it's very warm as well. For some reason I would expect that it will be more dark or more I don't know, depressing, I would say, the art, but it does a job. It brings the industrial feeling, but it does it with a warm feeling. It looks very, very nice, but I think you understand my point. That's good. Having lived in the UK for 4 years, some of these schematics really remind me of some of the places around the country, so that's really nice. Yeah. As you can see, besides, and there you have it. And this is the back side for each of the card, which has the same art. Actually, it's not the same. That's a good point. You see, we see here from the basic card 3 wagons, and then from the upgraded card there is a bunch more also loaded, meaning that the company is really boosting. So this is nicely done. Yeah, because it shows that it is more busy from the upgraded side, at least in some of those. Yeah, it is much more developed. So that's a nice detail. Yeah, for sure. I missed it on the first glance, but it really seems like a lot of work has been thrown on this building, on this company, to upgrade it to the more sufficient and productive backside, which is the upgraded one. Looking good? Yeah. And there you have it. This is the last one. Yeah. So these are the cards for your bidding, for trying to pick up the companies that you will choose in order to build your engine and try to thrive in fairness. It looks very nice. I like, first of all, the promise of a quick, fast engine building Euro game in simply a few minutes. The publisher says that it plays around 30 to 60 minutes, which is really a sweet spot for me. 2 to 4 players. Complexity is not that high, it's 2 out of 5, but I think you can get much more for your money from the decisions and from the combinations that you get from the cards in something that you would expect in this type of category of games, which is also nice. Age is 12 and up, and generally the game didn't mention it, but let me close with that, belongs in the industry manufacturing category. The mechanisms of the game have to do, of course, with auction bidding, since it's one of the main phases of the game in each round. Then you have card drafting, constrained bidding, multiple lot auction, ownership, turn order progressive, variable player powers, due to the capitalist that is, of course, and definitely you have the different setup because you choose the different resources to start your little empire. Very, very promising, looks very interesting. I can't wait to hit it on the table and give it a go, and that's Furnace from Hobby World. We'll follow with a quick how to play video, explaining the rules, and a short conclusion with my opinion after I have a couple of shots with the game. Many thanks for watching.